How to solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute. Third layer.
Step 6. The yellow cross. After you've solved the first two layers, the next step is to solve a cross on the third layer without messing up the two layers you've already solved. There are 4 situations you might come across. In our case, we're going to come across all 4. First of all, we want to disregard the 4 corners because our goal is to solve a yellow cross, which is all the yellows facing up. In our case, we have none. When you get the dot, there are no restrictions to what side you can start the algorithm on. The algorithm we need to perform is this. It's the front, clockwise, right, clockwise, up, clockwise, right, counterclockwise, up, counterclockwise, and front, counterclockwise. Now, when disregarding corners, we have an L. When you get the L, perform the same algorithm. Just make sure not to break apart the L on the first 2 turns. So your F face and your R face do not move the L. Then you do the algorithm again. You turn the front clockwise, the right clockwise, the top clockwise, the right counterclockwise, the top counterclockwise, and the front counterclockwise. Then we have a line because we're disregarding corners. When you get the line, perform the same algorithm. Just make sure not to break the line on the very first turn. For example, if you're to move this on your first turn, that breaks the line. What you want to do is make your first move like this. Front clockwise, right clockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, front counterclockwise. Now you have a cross. If you have a cross, you're ready for the next step. Step 7. Yellows to the top. In the next step, we're going to bring the yellow corners to meet the yellow cross. Put the cube down for a second. In this next step, you're going to repeat the same algorithm several times. Each time you perform it, you'll get one of 3 results. If you get 3 corners that aren't yellow, which some people find looks like a fish with the head here and the tail here, then have the yellow corner pointing toward your left shoulder before you start the move. If you don't see a fish, make sure a side with 2 yellow stickers is facing left before you start the move. If there's no fish or side with 2 yellow stickers, take any side with 1 yellow sticker, point it to the left, and then start the move. Now pick up the cube. In our case, we have the combination that looks like a fish. Then we have to point the yellow corner towards our left shoulder. Then we can start the move. The algorithm is right, clockwise, up, clockwise, right, counterclockwise, up, clockwise, right, clockwise, up 180 degrees, right, counterclockwise. Then we have another fish. Point it to your left shoulder again. Then you do the move again. The move is right, clockwise, up, clockwise, right, counterclockwise, up, clockwise, right, clockwise, up 180 degrees, right, counterclockwise. Now you have all the yellows at the top. Step 8. Corners. The next step is to solve all 4 corners of the cube. A solved corner looks like this. You'll either have 2 corners or 4 corners solved, but in our case, it looks like we only have 1 corner solved. But if you make a simple twist to the top layer, you'll see that we have 1 corner, 2 corners solved, and 1 and 2 corners not solved. When you find your 2 solved corners, place them on the left side. Then perform your algorithm. The algorithm is right, clockwise, up 180 degrees, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, right clockwise, up 180 degrees, left counterclockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, and left clockwise. Now you have solved all 4 of your corners. Now that you've solved your 4 corners, you're one step away from solving your first cube. Step 9. Edges. You'll have 3 or 4 unsolved edges, usually just 3. If you have 4 unsolved edges, do this step twice. In this case, we have 1, 2, 3 unsolved edges. Point the middle one toward you. Then look at the front face color. In our case, it's blue. Then locate the blue edge, which is right here. Now we want to perform this algorithm. Turn the front 180 degrees, then take the blue edge that was up here and line it up with the center piece. Then move the left down and the right down and turn the front 180 degrees again. Then turn the left up and the right up and line up the blues like that. Turn the front 180 degrees and you just solved your first cube.